Hello and hail. Welcome. Welcome to the thing where stuff tends to happen sometime. So here we are. There's some new stuff in the atomic shop today, which is amazing. It's not really new. It was a part of the Settler bundle, available if you purchased the game. Wastelanders update, release, bunch of stuff. They're selling the Settlers and Raiders packs, which is pretty cool. Whatever. The Vault Quarters. All kinds of funky stuff, huh? Oh boy. Multiple rooms. 4 separate living areas? What? Is that new? It might be new. I don't know. We have the Fruit Hat. Crazy. We have the No Way emote. Lost emote, Road Tripper outfit, and the Pose bundle. These funky poses. And the free Enclave outfit. It's a pretty cool jacket. Pretty cool jacket. Yeah. So here we go. I'm level 1370. I have a couple tasks to accomplish, you know. Every day I have to do my daily op. You know, trying to farm for that Hellfire rocket launcher with elemental effects. I'm not quite sure what element I'll put on there. Maybe fire, maybe cryo, maybe something. I have a slot open for it. My number 4 slot, my favorite wheel. Right now I'm throwing flares, some tomahawks. I have my plasma thrower, my Crusader pistol with the cryo mod, bloodied. My grenade launcher, bloodied, faster fire rate, +1 agility. I'm using a hodgepodge assortment of armor. 3 unyielding, 2 bolstering, but if I want to go hardcore XP farming, I go 5 unyielding. If I want to go hardcore defensive, for a daily op, I use all bolstering. Yeah. To see what we have right now. Right now, we have the 3 unyielding and the 2 bolstering. We're starting off this stream out here in the boonies. Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps. Yeah. Alright, I think we're good to go. Okay, I'll join one of these 2 teams. Unless I know the person. If I know the person, I don't like to be on the team. If I know the person, it's for a bad reason usually. So in Call of Duty Zombies, I've been using the tomahawks. They're definitely easier to use in this game here. Just part of it. Go run up these tracks here towards the top of the world, and I guess I can quickly farm this area for some supplies and kill them good. Some enemies over here at the intersection. Some raiders trying to block off the road. Let's keep on going. Got everything I need. I have my berry mentats, so I could identify the targets faster. Okay. Crouching. Nice and smooth. I get in there all stealth-like and I throw some tomahawks at their head. Followed up with some shooting. Don't you know? Nice and quick-like. Nice and quick-like. Agile-ish. Absolutely. Okay. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. There's a bunch of nice supplies up here. A lot of aluminum. You know? Very nice. A lot of little food, copper, all kinds of things. Let's go up to the intersection. Up to the train station. A couple goodies here and there, and I'll try to script what I could. These extra legendaries I have. Drop my survival tent. Drop off all the junk. My scrap box. Let's see. All these extra items weighing me down bit by bit. I have all these extra legendaries up on the side over here. Beastlander. Some items I'll get rid of. The Oath Breaker. I'll get rid of them. It's okay. I don't need them. I don't need any of them. I'm not selling them right now. My store is kind of empty. Get rid of all this garbage. Every day I get a lot of legendaries, you know, because I kill a bunch of bad guys. My activities grant me an inventory full of goodies. So many I have to get rid of most. Hey there, Connie, and all you other people, besides that name specifically. Yeah. Indeed. Hey there, Neil, on YouTube. How are you today? Are you having a good day? Did you drink water today? Have you stood up today?
Oh, yes.
Have you taken a single step? All that matters. Drink water and walk around. Did you make eye contact with the sun yet? Very important. You don't even know. Drop off my extra plans if they are garbage. But these aren't really, so I'll drop off these extra plans of the more exotic variety. Okay. Now I'll check out the vendor. I'll be selling my extra grenades and a couple food items. All the non-perishables that do not provide AP. And all of my meat. Some extra chems. And a bunch of cosmetics. All the non-legendary, or not legendary, but non-unique cosmetics. Hey there, Jimmy. How's it going, pal? Thank you so much. Enjoy the Zagnut. Enjoy the Zagnut. Golden in hue.
Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so
Okay,
much.
got the alcohol, the meat, the alcohol, the non-AP, pre-war foods, sort by spoilage to put all the junk on top. All the foods I'm not cooking with I can sell. It's no big deal. No big deal. Funnel cake? Sure. Seafood. Mountain honey. Alcohol of some variety. Old possum. Pemmican. Pickaxe Pilsner. Indeed. Pork and beans. Potato chips. Half of my purified water. I use that purified water to heal and to hydrate. You have more AP or something. If you're hydrated. It's good stuff. I need that sugar bomb for my crafting. I'll get rid of this alcohol. Sometimes I save up some alcohol and transfer it over. But not right now. Take off the filter. No longer sorting by spoilage. I'll get rid of some of these chems. This is a public server, so I feel fine with selling some of these items. Normally I would, you know, not want to because you can craft with them and whatnot. But other players might want them. So I'm sort of doing this as a favor to other players I'll never ever meet, you know? It's almost like giving them away, but it's you're stocking the stores. Some players don't like free things, you know? They want to work for it. There you go. Get rid of all these default stim packs, or at least 20 of them. Yes. Done. Absolutely done. Lovely. Cool, I think we're all done here. Awesome. Let's go outside. We have 19 caps left in the vendor. The vendor has 1,400 caps per day. You know? Hey, crazy. Throwing knives versus hatchet. Fantastic. Well, you mean throwing knives versus tomahawk? It goes throwing knife, meat cleaver, tomahawk, sheep squat shard. Like 75 damage, a little bit more, and then a little bit more. So tomahawks do the most damage, but they weigh the most and take the most materials. The sheep squat shards take sheep squatch quills. They do the same damage as the throwing knife, but they apply like 5 points of poison. And the meat cleaver is only available from the meat week. It does a little bit more damage than the... It's in between the tomahawk and the throwing knife in terms of damage, and it requires more materials because it requires wood and steel. So does the tomahawk. Throwing knives require just steel. Everybody already starts off with the throwing knife plan when you start the game, so anybody can make them. But you have to get the meat cleaver plan from the meat week, like I said, and the tomahawk plan from exotic locations. It's like a rare plan. You can get it from the mole miner pails and stuff like that. But yeah. Tomahawks are also good because they're the largest, most visible thing. You throw a sheep squat shard and you lose it, it's not going to be really visible. Same thing with a throwing knife. It's basically invisible if you miss. The tomahawk is really obvious because it has a big old long handle that sticks out from the ground or the wall or the corner of the door frame, which is really easy to find if you're running around. And the meat cleaver is just like that, but smaller. Okay. Sort by weight and go to the very top. Gatling laser, Gauss minigun, blah, instigating 50 cal machine gun, anti-armor, short flamer, exterminator shovel. I like to own legendary shovels for the Philippi Battlefield Cemetery daily quest, where you have to bury somebody with a shovel. Sometimes the shovel ain't there. Gotta go across the map. If you have a legendary, it's much harder to accidentally get rid of it. Much harder. The game will sort of warn you or something. Okay, all the stuff. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Now we're done. Are we done? We are done. 8 left. Awesome. Awesome. Store the rest. Outside of my tent. Right over here, lay down my survival tent. Awesome. Okay, and now for the other items there. Boom. Boom. All these extra legendaries. Sure. And my power armor. And we have some other items I have to process really quick, and then I'll go back up through the top of the world to go farm those materials. I just want to break down what I have here first at this workbench in the back of the train station. Right over here. I do have a scrapper on, so I'm getting more materials out of this. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's go through this village. Let's check out my my perks right here. Everything is fine. Up we go. Right over here. Up the hill. I like to farm certain areas from time to time. I'm still dressed up like a rabbit. That's just how it has to be, y'all. That's how it has to be. Yeah. But yes, crazy. Throwing knives are awesome. I recommend you start a new character, or sorry. If any of you that have been playing for a while starts a new character, try starting off with a bunch of throwing knives. If you want to sort of power level yourself and you have Fallout first, you can give yourself a ton of steel. Here's a tip. If you have Fallout first, multiple characters, you can give yourself items through the private server. You put stuff in a box and transfer it over. Give yourself a bunch of steel, right? And then you take that steel and you craft a ton of throwing knives. You get XP every time you craft something. So you're getting XP from the crafting, and you know, you'll have all the whatever you need. And believe it or not, throwing knives are really, really powerful. They're like the most powerful thing for a while, relative to your level and the enemy's health. You'll be one-shotting everything up until the mid-40s. I've said this before, but it's true. Get this adhesive down here. Bunch of adhesive tape. Rat poison. Okay, there's a lot of stuff up here at the top of the world. I figure I can go through here. I don't go through here enough. I used to go through here a long time ago, but you know. There's also another vendor here and a little room right over here. There's a claim ticket guy over here.
Greetings. Do you have a claim ticket?
Is all iron.
Checking claim ticket. Here is your check item. Thank you for staying with us.
Uh-huh. I'll do one more. I'll do one more.
Greetings. Do you have a claim ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Checking claim ticket. Here is your check item.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying.
Silver pocket watch. Oh no. Here we go. Around the corner like so. Got a patched suit. From the thing. Amazing. If I had a hammer. Oh boy. Get my aluminium on deck. Couple books and whatnot. These ski poles have the aluminum. You know. And they're everywhere. Let's go in here really quick. Really quick. No big deal. Another vendor. All this stuff. It adds up, you know. You know it adds up. I value it. Oh, I do. The top of the world has a bunch of mods laying around. Okay. Stuff like that. Okay, let's go up and out. Hey there, Lars and Hale. Hey, Jimmy, you're waiting for a perfect shovel, but right now you have a nocturnal 90 reduced weight. The reduced weight thing is important because, yeah, any item that has reduced weight it's like a freebie to carry on you, like a conditional weapon. I'm sure that's why you want reduced weight. So it's basically invisible, right? It's basically invisible. So we're gonna quickly loot up through here. There's some stuffed animals and whatnot, some pillows, but there's some bad guys. They're making some noise. I don't like noise. I'm gonna quickly skirt on through here. Gunpowder. Amazing. Absolutely fascinating. Okay, gonna go up and around. There might be some lead here in these can chimes, and there happens to be. I'll let that raider live. This is lead right here. I tried to show someone last time, but it was not available. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, these cosmetics. Ooh, I can't wait to have the mannequins, because that'd be kind of cool. It'll be a reason to have different cosmetics, you know? You can kind of set things up in your camp. Oh, yeah. So before I go too deep, I totally skipped an area over here. I don't want to show you the wrong way. I want to show you the right way. Right down here. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, huh? Right down here. It's the poles I'm going for, but the skis themselves are fine. Awesome. And right over here. Yeah. And over here. So I think I need to purchase a new chair. That's a bit higher. And better. All the way around. A new mouse pad and a new mouse. Because it's, I mean, it still works. I think it'll serve as a backup mouse. You know, that's still functional, but getting kind of grimy, and the bottom of these pads here are kind of getting warped. You know, I don't know. I feel like I have to lift my mouse every so often. I don't feel too confident with its motion from time to time. It could be any one of these factors. Any one of these many factors. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do I have a flare? I do. Turn off the lights. Here we got some garbage. Hey there, Rooster. And welcome. Welcome. Turn off the lights. Turn them back on. Flip them back and forth. Oh, yeah. Strobe light, baby. Let's go. Got some billiard balls over yonder. What you know? There's a bunch of chems here as well, but I'm not using Pharma at the moment. Okay. I am using Can Do, but well, I don't have it equipped. But I got rid of Pharma, the perk. Pharma grants you additional, or a chance to get additional chems from a chem container. A medical container that's white, a chemical container that's yellow, a doctor's bag, a mirror. For a while I didn't know that mirrors provided chems, but there's a bunch of mirrors here and there. Like White Spring has a bunch of mirrors in those little bungalows. A lot of houses have mirrors. There's a couple of mirrors over there in White Spring, for example. Little houses. Here and there. Medicine cabinets, you know? Oh boy. Wrong button. There you go. Tamahaki. Hawking them tamas. Give me that lamp for that copper. Uh-huh. Not gonna be worth it in the end. I have my tasks in front of us. I just felt like doing a little farm over here for no darn reason. It's nice starting off the day with a bit of flim flam or a. You know? I got some spices. I got a pumpkin pie, pepper, salt, many goodies, all kinds of goods. We're going down the hill now. Slightly over encumbered, but that's just how it has to be. It's a good thing. Oh, I hate this so much. I need to fix this problem. Oh my gosh. I don't feel the most comfortable. But see, if I train with slight discomfort, then if I remove the things that discomfort me, then I'll be super proficient, you know? But I could train the wrong way. Mess myself up. I'm having to compensate for things a bit too much. Okay. Hurry up. See? Mirror. Yeah. All the stuff, a couple mods here and there. All these goodies. Hey there, Iron Steel Jr. on Twitch. How's it going? Yeah. So, those of you that are currently watching on Twitch, I'm sorry, but I'm not even looking at what you're writing. Okay? So if you want to talk, come on down to Facebook or YouTube. Same name, Gooboberti. I mean, you could watch me on Twitch if you want to, and then you could pull out your phone and pull up those other two things and chat if you want to. You could watch on two. What are you new? Won't that be fun? Just know that I'm not looking at the Twitch chat. Okay, I'm looking at two chats, but not three. Gotta keep reminding y'all. People are watching me on Twitch. Oh, man. Thank you very much. Right over there. There you go. Break it all down. One more time. All these items. 85 quintillion weapons, one by one. Assault rifles provide 20 steel right there, you see, because of the scrapper perk. That double barrel shotgun provides 11 steel and 4 wood. Good stuff there. The pipe revolver rifle provides 8 steel. The ski sword provides 3 steel, plus a composite ski, rubber and steel. Yeah. Hey there, not my opinions represented. All Nation, Edgar, how's it going? Yeah. Okay, let's work our way on out of here and finish up this looting spree, and then move on to a different part of the map and do our major taskings for the day. So many things. It's pretty much just one main thing. But I have to make sure I go through my inventory, do the scripting, which I did, the vendoring I did. But I like to do the daily ops every day. You know? Do I remember? I remember that... whatever, dude. Oh my gosh. My problem is I can't lie. I gotta tell you how I feel. Yeah. How do I feel about a person that only ever says, "Hi, do you remember me?" every single day for weeks and months? How do I feel about that? Hi, remember me? Yeah, you're that guy that always says that. Do I remember anything else about you? Not really. How do you feel about that? That's what I know you by. You're that guy that says that thing. Oh. Do I know you from Facebook? I don't know. I'm done talking to you. Anyways. This is a room. I call it the beer room. There's a bunch of beer in here. Sometimes there's a magazine right there. Sometimes there's a beer hat. But there's a bunch of beer bottles. At one time, to make a Molotov cocktail, you had to use a straight up beer bottle. Now you can make a Molotov cocktail out of glass. Just any glass. And of course the beer bottles have glass. But before you had to go out there and find beer bottles, so it was kind of a cool thing. I kind of miss that. It's kind of immersive because you're using a bottle. You're not just using some random glass. You're not forging glass in a kiln from spare glass, recycled. Crush up that glass and put it in the kiln. Let's go. Gotta make some Molotovs. No. Yeah. Oh gosh. Do you know me? I'm that one guy that says, do you know me? Hi. Anyways. There's a decent amount of loot up here in the top of the world. Gonna keep on going through. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And back down. And around. So let's go back down here to the left and work our way back down the alleyway. There's often a set of power armor here in this little arena, this raider arena. And it's usually raider power armor, but not today. And in these little stalls, you'll find the occasional cosmetic and mod and plan. See? Plans around these workbenches and everything. All these random mods. Sometimes there's good mods. Finding an external weapon mod allows you to mod your weapon with a specific mod without needing the plan for the mod or the perk to put the mod on. Usually you have to put Gunsmith 5 or Makeshift Warrior 5 for ranged or melee weapons to modify your weapon. But here you just slap it on there. Good to go. So it's worth a decent amount of money for certain mods. You knew? Like the meat hook extra hooks or the shish kebab extra flame jets, those sort of things. Pretty cool things. Because sometimes a person might not have a melee build, but they might want to have a flaming melee weapon to use with the friendly fire perk under charisma, which lets you heal targets by hitting them with flaming weapons. Melee, I believe. Or whatever. Flamethrower or melee or whatever the heck it is. And because of that, they don't have Makeshift Warrior, so they want to just have the mod, and you're good to go. Yeah. Again, I'm hunting for... I'm not... Remember, I already have all the plans in the game. I already know them all. I am here farming random things, and I'm teaching other people that you can find mods here that you can then sell. You're telling me that you'll give me the plan for free? I should just ban you for not paying attention. Rooster Cogburn, will I change my grenade launcher for the Hellfire rocket launcher? Well, probably. You see? I'm definitely adding it to my rotation here. And it does serve the same role. That's what I was thinking. Either I put it number 4 here, because right now I just have some garbage. I have an empty slot here for that purpose. But I'm adding it to my rotation. Right now, this serves its own purpose, you know? And it does a lot of damage, so I might just be adding the other weapon onto my assortment. But I have to really play around with the Hellfire. I did play around with the Hellfire rocket launcher a little bit during the storyline before I lost it, because I lost whatever one they gave me one, and I got rid of it by accident. I even purchased some mods, and I modded it with different elements. Now, I was trying it out, but I never really used it in combat, you know? I never really used it in combat. But I want to see how it feels. It'll probably serve the same purpose as this weapon here. This is sort of like a placeholder. So I will probably replace my grenade launcher. Because it is the same slot, pretty much. You know? Oh, Julian, this location here? It's the top of the world. It just happens to have a bunch of mods in the back. See, over here as well. And they're random mods, and down the hill. I feel like there's a higher concentration of mods here. I was really just farming a bunch of different garbage for no particular reason, because I logged in and I was standing down the hill. So I figured I'd show you a bit of something. While I just exist with a bit of combat and a bit of random farming for random junk. Random junk. I mean? Hey Dylan. What's the fun in playing at this high of a level? Well, all kinds of fun. All kinds of fun, my friend. This is when the game begins. This is when the game begins, beast. And this is the ongoing world. The storyline ain't done. Things are changing over time. This is like year 3-ish or something in the world, you know? It's sort of like saying, what's the fun in playing World of Warcraft at such a high level? It's not like that, because they still have more content all the time, but it is sort of like that. You might even say that the story really begins, or the game really begins once you're done with the story. For most games that involve some sort of multiplayer aspect, the game really begins once you are finished with the game. Like, the end game is the game. You know what I mean? End game is the game. Yeah. End game is the game. So, primarily, I treat this like a, well, I like survival games. I like the immersion of survival games. I like to build and everything. I like to build at these workshops. Gives me a reason. And a new mouse pad. I just really hate everything about this. So, bunch of workshops, I take over those, I build them up. As I build them up, that provides more reason for me to get resources. If I never built any resources, if I never built up any workshops, I wouldn't need the resources. I wouldn't need to farm as much. And if I only did the Fisher Prime and did Scorch Beast Queen, you might get burnt out. But I try to do all kinds of stuff. Okay? So anybody that wants to declare burning out words in a video game, they're the same kind of people that say this entire section of the game is pointless. Those weapons are useless. You really want just this one or two things. You want that thing, none of those things. But in reality, everything is good. So, because everything is good, I move my build around every so often. I'm fine-tuning things. Sometimes I experiment with certain weapon systems, but over time I like to incorporate different weapon systems and abilities into my overall build. Versatility, you know, be able to do whatever you want. I want to be able to do whatever I want. You know? And because I don't trade with people, it takes longer. Man, this whole server is dead. Let's go to another server. This whole server is ruined. Let's move on. Okay. Moving on. Yes, Jimmy. I also think it'd be cool if you could craft external mods that you could sell. You know? It'll make a person want to invest in certain perks just to make money. Well, Dylan on Facebook, you play World of Warcraft. Well, there you go. Games start once you're done, sort of. Good games. But many people, if a person's just copying an existing build, or whatever, then once that build is completed with the best in slot everything, then you might think, what's the point of playing? You know? Here we go. Ugh. Gotta take off and put back on my armor. There we go. Yeah, so I need to get a new chair, a mouse, and mouse pad. And I'm gonna change certain aspects of how this table's set up. Give myself more room to move my arms around. And I think I'll be happier overall. I think I'll be happier overall. Yeah. Why don't I play World of Warcraft? Well, I have played World of Warcraft off and on for years. And then I skipped it for a while, and then I played Mists of Pandaria. You know? And then I didn't play the expansion after that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe just for a second? I don't know. But I played everything before that. I skipped it for a tiny bit. Like, I missed the beginning of Burning Crusade, but I played the original Flim Flam, and then I came back for the third expansion, which was Wrath of Lich King, because I was in the army and everything. The game came out in 2004. You know? And so I couldn't really play at a certain point. But I played off and on forever. But now the game has evolved to the point where I can't really play that game. I'm not a part of it. You know? I really can't be streaming that game. It's been out for too long. And I'm not a part of that community. I mean, it really is really good. Whenever I start playing the game again, I say, oh yeah, I forgot this game is really good. Mainly because you have to have justification for paying 15 bucks a month. And the justification's there. It's just a really good game with a bunch of stuff to do. And you could earn the currency back, I guess, right? Or whatever. Yeah. Okay, boom, 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 bam. So now that I'm here at the Grafton Steel Yard, I just took it over, and I just put down a building. Now I'm going to go around and kill these bad guys and collect their goodies. They have a bunch of weapons. That's why I feel this place is called the Grafton Steel Yard, because there's a bunch of steel on the enemies. Keep coming back every 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Yay. Awesome. Hey, no, my opinions represented, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to probably mute you eventually, so watch yourself. Hey, Nathan, CFW, do I let subscribers join? No. No. I mean, not like arbitrarily. Subscribers, come and troll me for $5. Step right up, step right up. For $5, you could troll me to death on my stream. Join my team and whatever. Nope. Because people want to. Y'all don't play like me. If you play like me, then maybe. If you play like me, then maybe. There's a couple people out there that I'm okay with maybe playing with, but it's really far and few between. You know? And whenever this game becomes cross-platform, even more people I'd be happy to play with, because there's people that are on console that have been watching for a while, and they've been saying nice things, and I feel like they really understand my philosophy with gaming. They understand it, and by their descriptions, they're sort of doing similar things, and so forth. So that'd be fine playing with them. Maybe. You know, it's all a big maybe, but some random person that is trollish already that says, do I let subscribers play? Probably not. Even if you paid $30, probably not. You know? Try Shadowlands? Well, I'll check it out. I mean, I'm sure it'll be really interesting. It feels like it's Diablo now, you know? It's sort of like I'm talking about World of Warcraft now, people. Okay? Shadowlands, the latest expansion, it's like different planes of existence involving the afterlife. There's like a heaven dimension and a hell dimension, and the aesthetics really feel like Diablo a little bit. I guess because the whole demon thing. But you know, it's not really a dimension. I guess they'll go more into the lore. I've read many of the books for World of Warcraft. I've read like 10 of them or something. The War of the Ancients trilogy. There's a bunch of books. I forgot. I read a bunch of the books when I was deployed to Iraq, the first or second time. I read a bunch of the books because I couldn't play, because the internet connection sucks. You know, when you're overseas. So I read a bunch of the books. from ebooks on my Kindle or whatever. Read a bunch of them. And the lore is wonderful. The lore of World of Warcraft is fantastic. It's all interwoven. It's all about the aspects, the titans, you know, the dragon aspects and what they really represent. These elemental forces of nature. The whole idea about the demons and all that, the Burning Crusade, all that nonsense. Sargeras, that dude, however you say his name, that guy, the Titan, Burning Legion, making demons, whatever demons really are, the exiled, you know, Draenor means exile, or the Draenei, the whole planet. They're all a bunch of aliens. Pretty cool. Yeah. 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 And yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go. Alright, this guy is now muted for 300 seconds. Oh yeah. You are now muted for 300 seconds. You're in timeout, fella. Yay. Okay. Up and around, all over town. Yeah. Okay. Everything will get broken down. Bit by bit. There you go. Hail, Julie, and hail. Julieta! 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 Okay, I'll put down my pole home right over here. Julieta! Yeah. Alright. Get my little resource unit right over here. Yeah. Right over here. Right over there. Get my power unit going.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Power unit flim flam. There we are. And there we are. Perfect. And then we move on. Okay. Excellent. And now we'll go right on down to another spot. I'll take over a couple quick workshops. Some workshops are faster than others.
Oh, yes.
Yay. And here we go. Okay, let's take over the Lakeside Cabins workshop. It'll just take a mere moment. A mere moment. Yeah. Ugh. Bunch of garbage over here. Bunch of garbage over here. People doing workshops these days. What's up with that? I don't like taking over people's workshops. Oh, okay, good. Someone already did it. Who is it? Right over here to the Dabney Homestead. Okay. Gotta hurry up. Just take a second. Raider Thief. There you go. One by one. There you go. Right on down. See, this weapon still serves its purpose, but I have to see how the Hellfire rocket compares to this. You know? I mean. Goodbye. Yeah. Right on through. Julian, you feel like you have to swap out your perks before and after farming? Well, right now I'm using some armor that reduces my weapon weight. That's why I'm able to carry more. And I think I might have an item that reduces junk weight. And then I'm using Through Hiker and Traveling Pharmacy, and I can't really get rid of those perks right now because of my build. So I don't really have to swap out anything whenever I'm farming. I have to swap out stuff whenever I'm base building, if I want to base build certain things, but if I'm not using turrets, I don't have to put on home defense. If I'm back at my base and I'm repairing my weapons and armor and making ammo and all that and working on my chems, then of course I swap out the appropriate perks. But I like to have a nice balanced build where I can do what I want to do without having to worry about making too many alterations. Now many times I'm swapping out my armor. Like I said, if I want to go more XP farming, I swap out and use a full unyielding set. And if I want to go more defensive, I'll swap out and use a full bolstering set. And in between, if I'm just playing like right now, I'll have 3 pieces of unyielding and 2 pieces bolstering with a jetpack on. If I'm using explosives, then I swap out my chest between the jetpack and my bolstering dents. So it's sort of conditional, you know, based upon my armor. And I swap out certain perks sometimes. I don't have to use my one-gun army or stabilize for this grenade launcher, and my build's just about right how it should be. What you been doing in Iraq? Killing other people. I was a soldier in America. You person. I worked in communications. It's what happens. I'll let you dig yourself a hole. So I'm not gonna mute you, person that swapped out YouTube profiles to complain.
Law Enforcement Code D-4793. You are
Hey,
now
Julie.
deputy of the Berkeley Springs Police Department.
You got your baby to level 31.
Your
Your bigger gal's a bloodied rifle woman.
able-bodied citizen to
Would I recommend for a lower character? Well,
this bomb disposal unit.
I don't recommend that you make multiple characters with different builds, first of all. That's the first thing. Okay? Because then you'll end up upset.
Information will be
Okay?
uploaded to your
My advice is stop playing with the other character
cover the
and only use it as
explosive
a
device or
darn mule with Fallout first. Because if you start saying, this is my shotgunner, then you're stuck with shotguns forever. This is my sniper lady. Okay, that's cool. So you can never use sniper rifles with your shotgunner? You know? I just don't like having different builds for different... I don't like having different characters for different builds. I think you should find a way... I don't know. But that's my own downfall. My own downfall is playing with one character the whole time. So I end up wasting points moving back and forth based upon what's good, you know? I end up... But here's the thing. Once you already do a mission and a quest and you search for things, it's kind of hard to do it again and again and again and again with multiple characters. You end up like speeding through things in your second character. It's never immersive, you know, and then the whole game turns to slop. You're just trying to beat the game, and then all of a sudden a person says there's nothing else to do because you did everything, quote unquote, because you have determined that there is a list of things to do. Best in slot items, did all my tasks, I have access to the Enclave, I got the plans I wanted for this particular build, and now I'm done. Now to make a shotgunner, now to make a melee person, now to make a grenade launcher, now to make... I would say the best thing to do is you stick with your character and you do what you gotta do to make yourself nice and strong. You get some new items over time and you say, ooh, look at that item. I wonder if I could somehow incorporate that shotgun. Right? And then you keep on leveling, and then all of a sudden you have like 30 levels to spend, and then you can quickly just swap your build over. And coming up in the future, but here's the thing. What I'm saying is true, because on April 27th, you're not going to be playing with your other character. If you could take your bigger gal and have multiple builds with the perk loadout machine, why would you be playing with your other character? Perk loadouts equals no need for a second character to play as a different build. Because you can swap out all of your attributes, okay? Perk loadout. Perk loadout. Perk loadout. Perk loadout. Okay? Perk loadout means you could do whatever you want to do. And that's a great thing, because before you had to make a whole new character to play with a different weapon, but now you could be... So now, as far as I know, you can swap out all of your stats. So you can be a max efficiency shotgunner with all the perks, with shotgunner 1, 2, and 3, and, you know, expert and all stuff. And you could be anything else you want to be. Which is cool. So, that's the answer. As for your other build, who knows? Well, you might as well throw, you know. So there you go. So for all those people that said, my game is done because I'm done. No, you're playing with your same character, and you make another build on the side if you want to. But at least you're still progressing. You're not starting over. You know, starting over is so terrible. I mean, it's fine, it's a challenge, but do you really want to do the entire Pioneer Scouts thing again and all your little achievements and everything again? It's fine, but it's sort of like disrespect to your other character, to your main character. Like, all that work you did is trash. Certain things. Oh, you're taking your time and enjoying yourself with your baby character? Well, that's fine. That's fine. But at least you don't have to do it anymore for the purpose of having a second build. But if you are keeping a second character, then... And you said that you have a bloodied, riflewoman? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's up to you, you know? It's like, I'd say if you're making more than one character, you have them completely polar opposites. That's the simplest answer. The simplest answer is, hi, I like eating pineapple. What should I eat now? A big old pile of dirt. If it's something sweet, you go for spicy. Something, you know, you don't have two spices back to back. You don't have, like, so if one character is a bloodied rifle person, then you don't really want to, do you really want to be bloodied with your second one? Maybe you can make a PvP character. That'd be kind of cool. Just go full Vanguard, Sentinel nonsense or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like making characters, so, or second characters, so. It's hard for me to say this character is going to be like this, because now you're stuck like that. I say my character is me, the human sitting here, and whatever I happen to be using, you could describe it after the fact. You could say, what is Gooboberti's build? Oh, he uses this and that, and he runs around and does this and that, and whatever. That's the build. However you want to praise it, that's the build. If I'm using a knife, you could call it, oh, the tomahawk build. That happens to use this and that and this and that. But otherwise, you put yourself in a box. So you know, I said this is my tomahawk build character, but I really have been using this other weapon for the past 3 weeks. Or I said this is a rifleman person, you know, I don't know. It might get kind of boring to use the same weapon over and over and over and over again. Maybe. That's all. That's also how I keep from getting burnt out or stagnant mentally. Whenever I am having an easy old time, like with power armor and punching them and everything, I can't play in an optimal state for too long without any growth in sight, you know? Without any growth potential, I feel trapped and claustrophobic. I have to grow. I have to make a small change. And usually a small change mutates into a big change. Usually. So what happens is I'll have my build and I'll incorporate one weapon just to snazz it up. And then I try to do a couple things just to balance out that one weapon. And because of that, I make a compromise somewhere. And then eventually my build mutates. And then I move a bunch of points over. But it's a natural progression. It's never really planned out. It's just a natural thing. And then sometimes I remind myself, oh yeah, I have a weapon in my other character that'll perfectly serve this purpose. And I go get it and, you know. But that's just what I do.
Oh, yes.
And Tim, you said that your build is a jack of all trades, master of none. I know that's a phrase that people say, but I don't like it. I don't like it. That is it's a negative comment. Okay? It's what one person says about another person. They say, he's a jack of all trades, but master of none. I'm a master of one. That's better somehow. You know what I mean? The jack of all trades is better than the master of one. Master of just one. So imagine knowing, imagine being the master of one language, or a polyglot, or whatever it's called. What if you knew 27 languages? You're better. That guy can write Shakespeare, freehand, whatever, who cares? That guy knows 27 languages. You know? Reasonably well. Reasonably well to get a job. How about that? Reasonably well to get a job and to teach other people. How about this? Knowing 27 languages to the point where you could teach other people. You're better because you eventually know the meaning behind a word, like the very reason why a word sounds the way it does, because you can compare it to other words with the same meaning. You'll know the root reason behind things, right? So it's better. I know that you weren't meaning it. It's just a common term that people say, but I'm letting you know that I don't like it because it acts like there's something bad. So, what's it called when if you have a bunch of stuff together, and because all that stuff is together, you get more than the sum of the parts? There's a term for that. If you look at each of the parts, you might think it's weak, but once you have them all together, it creates a field. It's way more powerful. You know what I mean? Here, I'll see if I can find the term. More than the sum of the... You know? A person looking outside, looking in... Yeah, so, Aristotle or someone said the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. But, no, he didn't write that, apparently. But, you know what I mean? A person looking from the outside in that doesn't understand it, they might be saying, well, they could list the components, you know? But they don't understand how they connect. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jackie boy. With a plume and flamin' flimsy. Joanna, you leveled up your mule to level 50 for legendary scripting? Yep. That's what it's all about. Yep, so you could process your other character's items in another character, you know? Your excess legendaries you could just send over to the other person. Yes, Jimmy. That's a good analogy, like a PC builder that doesn't know electricity. So, if a person thoroughly... So one person builds PCs for a living and does so every day. And all they've ever researched was the nomenclature and exact power for specific models of specific hardware for the components that they use to make a gaming PC. So they are extremely proficient in building gaming PCs. You know, they know exactly what is good and what's bad, and what brands are good and bad, how they work together, and all that garbage. Sort of. The other person is an electrician. And they're like really good at just knowing all kinds of electronic garbage, and computers, and software, and all kinds of everything. And they play games. I'm pretty sure they could put together a computer. But if you quiz them on, alright, what's better, AMD or NVIDIA with a RTX blah blah blah. Give them a second, they'll give you a better answer than what you gave. Give them a second to understand what RTX and NVIDIA are, or whatever, and look at the specs. They'll understand the specs more than the other person. One person just knows that NVIDIA is better for whatever reason, because of some article they read last year. You know? This other person knows the exact voltages and memory buses and what all that garbage means. Oh yeah, how many computers you put together? Well, 3. Yeah, exactly. I put together 27. Yeah, but I also put together, you know, bunch of other stuff. I don't know. Hey there, Austin. Welcome and welcome and welcome. My main account is level 776 whole. Account, not character. Can't trust that language. Saying words like account. Can't trust you. Ho. You want to play with me? Want to play with me? Yeah. Yep. Yep. I can't build up there. I'm just laying my claim across this map. So what do we got over here? Daily up burrows, robots, cloaked. Oh boy, which means I'll be using tons of explosives to get them. Yes. Explosions. Alright, we're here over here at the workshop. I'll put down my whole home initiative right over here to get my resources down. There's power on top, you see these solar panels? I'll just slap it sideways. A little bit. Boom. Yeah. And got the Concretia. And I'll slap on a little dilly-dally and a hey-hey-hum. So another thing here is, whenever I might get kind of bored, I always can fall back to simply building a base. It's like an art game. Art game with meaning. Imagine you got Bob Ross and he's building a mountain, or he's painting a mountain, painting the sky, painting some trees, you know, in a little shack in a lake like he does always. But what if that was for a purpose? What if it mattered, the shape of the mountain and the number of leaves and the depth of the water or something, and the orientation of the cabin, because something was about to happen? Like, you're painting something with a purpose. And what if he had to go farm his own paints?
Thank you so Thank you.
Hey there, Chris. Yeah. What if Bob Ross had to go trench out into the wood line to go smash up some rocks with a mortar and pestle to go get some paints, go crush up some seashells, you know, get some roots and stuff like that, some dirt, to make his own paint. And he had to get his own paint just for a reason, to make this painting. That's what this is sort of like. But what if most of the time he's out in the woods? Like, what if 90% of the time he's out in the woods and 10% of the time he's in the house painting? It's like Swiss Family Robinson, but you're just trying to get paint. That's what I feel like Minecraft is all about, and Valheim, and many survival games. Okay? All about that. Let's go to the abandoned bog town. Austin, there is no dog meat in this game. This is Fallout 76. Yeah. Ooh, guys, do I feel good? Yes. I feel good doing those exact things that you mentioned. Because I'm brainwashed. The dog-eat-dog world. Baby. Good thing I belong to the right country. Oh, yeah. No big deal. You don't understand how it works. I'm just letting you dig your own hole, that's all. Have fun. Do I have a dog in this game? No, there's no dog. Alright, we are rolling. Rolling what? So I really want to buy a new mouse, mouse pad, and chair. But that's so much money. Such a crazy investment. What do the bads look like in that game? Well, you saw one of them. It's a variety. Well, you said dog meat, so you know about Fallout 4. You're asking what the bad guys look like? Yeah, you got that. Oh, mutants. The typical assortment of things, plus some other stuff. Typical assortment plus some. You got your zombies, or ghouls, and mutants, and some wild animals. Diseased things. All that garbage. Thank you. I think it's really cool that there's tomahawks in Call of Duty. Recoverable, you can hold 5. All that jazz. Yeah. Hey there, Nathan. Am I live on Twitch? Yes, I'm live on Twitch. And Facebook and YouTube, but I'm not looking at the Twitch chat, so don't go there. Stay here on YouTube. Or, I actually prefer Facebook the most, but people are kind of paranoid. People are really paranoid and brainwashed to thinking it's bad. Okay? Paranoid and brainwashed into thinking it's bad, okay? So, I'm sorry if you belong to that category. Meanwhile, Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is literally a store. And they're trying to sell you stuff every 3 seconds. and YouTube is Google, and they control the planet. Talking about monopolies here. So, the people that want to single out Facebook because they don't like how the CEO's face looks, because somebody played him in the movie, because he can't sip water. I mean, come on. Kind of ridiculous. So, come on down to Facebook. Prove you're not brainwashed. Hey Marty137, do I still play Fallout, or sorry, Fortnite Save the World? The answer is ho. No. No. I turned it on within the last 2 months, and the graphics look kind of weird. It was kind of bright and weird. And the game ain't done yet, so why isn't the game done yet? Hey there, Nathan. How's it going? Austin, am I playing tomorrow night? Yes. I am. We'll take over this workshop here. Yeah. Take it over one time. Okay. Get my junk from the secret floor. Got the cement. And a little bit more. All the stuff is usually available for me. I enjoy looting. Might as well be diamonds and rubies and emeralds up here. Instead of rolls of tape and screwdrivers and a wrench. But it's worth it, you know? It might as well be gold for use in electronics. Or something. Precious. It's all precious. It's so precious that gold is one of the things I don't really care about. But I care about everything else. Because gold is hardly used as a component in crafting. But I'm using much of everything else as I build these elaborate workshops. Desk fans and typewriters. Oh man. Pencils with the lead and the clipboards. Yeah. Everything. You got the globe and the flim flam. Look everybody. It's a secret loot floor. Look all the phones. Look all the stuff. This is right here, by the way. This is a really good spot. The abandoned bog town. Yeah. There you go. Pepper. Am I playing every night? Sure. But I don't know about what time, though. I can't predict what time, but I play every day. Sometimes I don't, but I try to. Military grade duct tape. Okay, we're done with this floor. I'll go build my single building and bounce right on out. Yeah. 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 I'm just letting this guy talk schmack. And he's making himself look real dumb. This guy over here on YouTube, just talking schmack. Negative thing after negative thing. But it becomes apparent that you're just writing negative stuff. So, it makes everything meaningless. Everything becomes meaningless, friend. I'm sorry if you're upset. Sorry if you're upset. It's a beast, it is. The anger. The obsession. Yeah. Is Facebook better than YouTube, Nathan? For me, I think Facebook is a much better streaming service. Like if a person has a private business or live streamer or whatever, it has a better architecture. You know, it has better systems for tracking things, for promotion if you so chose, for ad integration if you so chose, for subscriptions and tipping and all that garbage. It's great. The way that the whole system works, the fact that there's groups, you can't have other groups on YouTube? Is there a Fallout group on YouTube? No. There's a million groups on Facebook. You know, it's better. It's better. I'd say that Facebook is like the modern... But YouTube has more videos. YouTube has a ton of videos, and people have grown accustomed to looking for YouTube for things. YouTube is basically like a visual... a video-based search engine. You know? Show me a video of a horse eating hay. You're gonna find it. You know? Show me a video of a crow standing on top of a elephant's head. You'll find it. You know? It'll find these things. But on Facebook, not so much. Eventually, yes, because eventually people just re-upload things. I mean? But right now, not as much content. But eventually, it will have the same amount of content. It's in a person's best interest to make a Facebook account and then to upload data there. So, eventually, people... people that are on YouTube that cross over to Facebook will then re-upload all of their stuff on Facebook. You know? Yes, YouTube has way more people. That's what I'm saying, because of the paranoia thing. And they've grown accustomed to it. It's just a huge audience of people. Hardly anybody uses Facebook. Hardly anybody. It's like a horrible, stigmatized meme that Facebook is particularly evil. On purpose. And that they particularly want your private data. On purpose. For nefarious purposes. Because they're evil. That's stupid. You know? Big time stupid. Yeah. Big time stupid. See, Facebook owns Oculus, you know? That's a big deal. Facebook owns Oculus VR, and they make the best VR games. Like the best VR games, sort of. Half-Life Alyx is sort of the best, but, you know. But all the Oculus games are really, really good. It's a good game company, good game hardware, and some people say that it doesn't make sense for you to need a Facebook account to enjoy the Oculus VR. But of course you do. You need a Microsoft account to play a PlayStation. You need a Sony account to Sony account to play on a PlayStation, a Microsoft account to play on an Xbox, Apple account to play Apple games. So why wouldn't it make sense? They're saying it doesn't make sense because it's a whole different company. No, it's not. It's the social profile. So you have a social media service. You have a personal profile with a username on it. So why wouldn't you have a social media service associated with that? If you're playing a single player game where you don't type in your name, like Mario Brothers 3, then having a social media profile doesn't make sense. But if I'm Gooboberti with 9,000 gamer score, then it kind of makes sense. Or something, you know? You got a friends list and so forth. Like, I mean, not having social media functionality is really archaic. It's kind of weird. You know, there's no social media, there's no built-in profile. Why aren't there? It's 2021. There's no profiles beyond just your videos on YouTube. That's insane. Crazy. Anyways, moving on. Well, Yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's go do Harper's Ferry here for a second. Well, Cloud Dogs, it doesn't matter about whether or not Instagram was bought from Facebook or if Facebook makes sorry. It doesn't matter if Instagram was bought from Facebook or if they make it, but because they bought it a couple years ago and now it's made by Facebook. You know? So they make Instagram. Just like they bought Oculus, and ever since that merger, ever since that point, they've made it. You know? Elon Musk purchased SpaceX. He didn't make SpaceX. And Tesla. No, he made... Well, I don't know. He didn't make Tesla. Pretty sure he just bought the darn thing. But since that point, everything is him. You know, years... If you make the acquisition years ago, you know... So, for example, in Disney purchased Marvel, didn't they? Disney purchased Lucasfilm or LucasArts for Star Wars. So, if you say, did Disney make Star Wars? No, they purchased Star Wars, and then they made it. Mandalorian, you know, everything, the last trilogy, Rogue One, you know, the Galaxy's Edge Park. Eventually, it's all going to be Disney. Just like, or Star Wars and Disney go hand in hand. Disney and Marvel go hand in hand. You know, Instagram and Facebook, they're the same thing. Doesn't matter who made what. All that matters is that it's still being worked on by the new owners. Well, Joanna, you have your business and Facebook's amazing. Yes. So, the everyone sees your activity. Well, they have a million systems involved in Facebook where, for example, I'm on my Gooboberti profile, my artist profile, not my actual name. In fact, I haven't posted anything to my actual name on Facebook in years. Years! So, all those people probably think I'm a ghost. They probably think I'm an absolute ghost. Not realizing that I post every single day, multiple times a day, on a different name. You know? So it's not really an issue. Maybe they should make it default where everything is completely private, and then you go from there, where you select who gets to see what. But you are able to have people inserted into groups so you can manage what they see on Facebook. I haven't messed with that in a very long time, but they have the systems involved. Do I need multiple profiles to make an artist profile? Well, my main profile, I think everyone's profile, you're able to make a second profile. Like, you're able to make an artist profile or a business page or anything like that. It's all the same thing, but you could have an additional one, you know? I don't know if I can make another one after that. I don't know how many you could have, but you are able to have one. But I'm not making, like... I didn't make another profile. It's my profile. You know, like, my name is Paul Clark. Paul Clark is the owner of the Gooboberti Facebook page. You know, you could have a page, an artist page. My artist name is Gooboberti, owned by Paul Clark. You see, I didn't make up another profile name because that's illegal. I don't believe in making multiple profile names. I have one profile name, and that profile owns a page. Hey Austin, do I play Minecraft? I love Minecraft. I love survival games, and I think that Minecraft is the best survival game. And will always be the best survival game. Maybe. Really, it's really good. Yeah. Hey, Cloud Dogs, there is no max level for Fallout 76. Yeah. Here we go. Around the Kono. Rest. No, Fallout. Minecraft is the best. All right. Depends on what we mean by best here. It depends on what we mean by best and what we mean by survival game. My definition of survival game might not be the same as your definition of survival game. You don't have to have PvP in a game to have it be a survival game. Some people think that survival game means PvP. You know? Some people think that. I think survival game means you have survival systems where you have to eat and drink or whatever and build a shelter and gather resources and watch out for the nighttime and, you know, all those little things. Having to gather resources to survive, like a Swiss Family Robinson sort of scenario. Surviving in the wilderness. So I think this is actually a fantastic survival game, but it's lacking certain features to make it a true survival game, but it's still a survival game. Yeah. Let's loot everything in here. Did I buy a bunker? You mean the Fallout shelter? I have the shelter and I was using one, but I stopped using it really. And I haven't really built up the other ones. I was sort of waiting for increased functionality before I build them up, you know? Because you can't have a vendor down there, you can't put your ally down there, and you can't put displays down there. I mean, if I had a vendor down there, I'd have a reason to build it up, because there's other people. You know? I can do some Minecraft VR sometime, whenever I get that scenario all set up. But, I don't know. You know, PewDiePie makes his living primarily from playing Minecraft. Believe it or not, PewDiePie on YouTube is primarily a Minecraft streamer. And in fact, PewDiePie is just like me in how he interacts with the audience. I don't watch the guy, but watch him sometime, and you'll see. Minus the racism. Okay, let's go clear out the burrows really quick. And then I'll move on to other things. Hey, thank you, Jillian. Yeah. You wanna play Minecraft sometime? Do you wanna play Minecraft sometime? Do you wanna play Minecraft? Oh. Oh. No. Okay, so how are we sitting right now? How exactly are we sitting? That is the question. That would be the actual question. Let's go on through the Lucky Mucker or the daily quest, whatever, here for a second. Okay. Oh boy. Uh-huh. Hey there, Braden. How's it going? Yeah. Yoo-hoo. I'm doing okay there. I'm doing okay. You know? Hard work. Hard work. So while I'm here, I'll be doing some looting, you know? So, I've gotten rid of a couple perks, like the Panopictographics to find the magazines, the Panopictographist perk to find magazines, and the Bobblehead Finder perk, and, you know, a bunch of perks together to help you loot a bit more. Those are pretty good perks. Now, they're not all the way needed, because once you know where the bobbleheads spawn, or where the magazines spawn, you just keep checking those spots every time you come through. But until you know that, it's good to have those perks on just as a reminder, because sometimes you hear it and say, oh, there's a magazine here. I didn't know that. You know? Unless you're looking up magazine locations. I mean, over time, it's nice to have the Bobblehead Finder perk and the Magazine Finder perks on from time to time when you're in an area, just to see where the magazines and bobbleheads might be. That's how I know where to find them, because I used to keep the perks on. But after a couple months of doing that, you don't need the perks on anymore. You know, like in Huntersville, there's like 2 bobbleheads in a magazine. You know, just to identify where they are. Then you don't need them anymore, and then you just have to keep on checking. Here we go. Okay. Big old nasty flies. Good thing we killed all of them. Good thing we killed all of them. I think cavemen killed all the giant bugs. It's horrible back then. So we're here. There's a bunch of stuff. I'll be dropping off these things here, you know. Going through this back room over yonder. Getting some goodies. We have to hurry because there's a time limit right now for me to find these pails. There's plenty of time. We're going to do these multiple quests. The chow line's coming up. I'll be eating some hot dogs. I really wish we got more credit for doing simple looting. I like getting credit for things a lot. A lot. Even if the reward is garbage, you know? Here's a cosmetic you already have. Yay. Hello.
Start when you're ready.
Paper towel, go. Yeah. Will I ever have 100 million subscribers? If the world never blows up and we keep growing at our current rate, then sure. You hear me?
Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so Thank you.
Hey there, Jimmy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. So will I have 100 million subscribers? If PewDiePie can have 100 million subscribers, then I could have 100 million subscribers, okay? Because there's billions and billions of people in the world, and most of them don't have the internet, Or a lot of them don't. Not most. But a lot of people don't have the internet because it's not around the satellites and so forth and whatnot. Or it's not fast enough, or they don't have the money or something weird. But eventually everyone will have the internet. Let's just say that eventually the internet will be inescapable. It'd be very much sort of impossible unless you go into like a deep, deep underground cave, you know, to avoid the internet. So at that point, it's, I don't know, kind of weird. Kind of weird. But I'll be an old man. 100 million subscribers. Old Man Jones. I'm going to evolve, of course. I'm just letting these things happen. Okay, I have 2 more carts to go dump this coal into. Don't you know? Oh yeah. Well, Nathan, you're saying that people have bot accounts? Well, I think that over time, bots will disappear. You know what I mean? Over time, the ability to make a user account will be linked with your biometrics. You know, it's not just me typing in random names. Like how I banned that one person and he came back with a different name. You're not going to be able to. And how, Julie, asked me, mentioned the whole other account thing or something, or no? Oh yeah, mentioned the whole Facebook secondary account. You see, that's going to be impossible because you have to lie somewhere in there about your name or your address or your something to make it a second account, maybe. Or sorry, your email address has been registered already. Try another one. That whole thing, just typing in random words, will not be the go-to method. It's going to be authenticated, real people. So people are going to be losing thousands and millions of subscribers over time. This is sort of guaranteed. Or what's going to happen is they're going to make everybody hit a button saying I am a human, and then if you don't hit the button within a week, your account goes away. You know? Or your account goes offline. That's how you solve it. And then whoever didn't respond, you pull people's subscribers away. So, there you go. Well, okay, fine. Well, Joanna. Is saying the issue with Facebook is transparency and so forth. Well, I understand from the perspective of a user, it might be kind of weird to be chatting on Facebook because your boss can look at your profile and say, hey, you were chatting for 3 hours last night, having an argument, you know? Sort of thing. And your boss ain't going to be checking your YouTube profile because they don't even know you have a YouTube profile, but because your Facebook account is your name. I think what they might do is they might have it where you could hide behind an avatar or hide behind a fake name. Like everybody could. In the same way that I'm Gooboberti, and you don't know my real name unless I tell you. Unless you dig through my page and find out who made the page, then you see my name. That's how it should be, you know? And where by default it's not shared, but you have like this cartoon character, like a cartoon dinosaur as your avatar, and I'm Rexy 501. But we don't like that. As long as a person isn't able to make up a new one, that's the main problem. People aren't afraid of their accounts, so that they say whatever they want to say. You know, they say whatever they want to say without any fear of consequence, but it's a lot more dangerous to say whatever you really want to say on Facebook because it's actually you, which is why I prefer Facebook, because it's, you know, I'd say it's less chance to have wild and crazy trolls. Twitch, I specifically don't look at the Twitch chat because it has the most trolls, and then comes YouTube, and then comes Facebook, you know, because of the anonymity. You know, you're anonymous. You're just some name. Yeah. Oh, Nathan, you think that PewDiePie has 60% of his subscribers are bots? I don't know. Or second accounts or some weird garbage. Well, he was on a push to get a bunch of, you know, he was trying to, it wasn't very organic. His growth wasn't entirely organic. At one point, he was trying to beat someone to a number of, to 100 million, a T-series. So there's like billboards and everything, trying to get more views or more people supported there. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, go back over here. I'll loot a few more things. Here in the building. This sort of isn't going to be an entirely long stream. It's going to be lengthy, but not like 8 hours, I don't think. That's why I'm sort of playing in this manner. Whenever I play for 8 hours, I like to take over all the workshops and really get ingrained. It's a big time investment that has to pay off in the end. It's weird fighting these zombies here versus the zombies in Call of Duty. It's almost the same level of difficulty. I noticed that yesterday when I was watching my Firebase Z video, that at a certain level, the zombies started to take the same amount of damage that a high-level ghoul would take in Fallout 76. I was like, oh, look at that. Especially with the tomahawks and everything, you're shooting them. Yeah. Alrighty. We all good to go? Good to go? Good to go? Yeah. Yeah. What enemy do I think is the biggest bullet sponge? Well, in Fallout 76, certain enemies have more armor than others, you know? Certain enemies have way more armor than others. Fog crawlers tend to take a bunch of damage. Gulpers tend to take a bunch of damage. Gulpers, you know, Angler, Mirelurk Kings are bullet sponges. The Mirelurk Queen, but not really, because you could sort of like disable her. Scorched Beasts take a lot of damage, especially like high level ones. Kind of ridiculous. They take a lot of damage before really getting hurt. Mutants take more damage than other creatures. Ghouls are usually always weak, you know. Glowing ones take a lot of damage, you know, like a typical average enemies. Like glowing ghouls are bullet sponges, but there's perks to overcome that, you know. And you have a Ghoul Slayer weapon, then you have the glow sights, and all of a sudden they're no longer bullet sponges. Same thing with the insects. If you have the Exterminator perk and an anti-armor weapon, then you penetrate all their armor, and they become actually the easiest enemy to kill. You know. You got anti-armor, exterminator weapon, the anti-armor bug perk, you know, and then they become super easy. So I don't think there's no real things are bullet sponges for a reason, you know, because they have armor or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the Queen or Earl, but because those are no-brainers. You know what I mean? Some enemies take more damage than others. But yeah, the gold person to take a bunch of damage. Sort of, I don't know. Just, you know. The sheep squatch, sure. Those obvious things. Yeah, the sheep squatch is way more of a bullet sponge than the grafton monster. The grafton monster is not a bullet sponge. The snalligasters are not. But the sheep squatch is. That dude can take a lot of damage. A ton of damage. That's why I like to cripple him or something. Yeah. So I waited until that one guy that was trolling me the whole time said something normal, and then I muted him. There's some person that was like trolling me the whole time, saying all kinds of negative stuff on YouTube. I waited until he said something normal, and then I got rid of him. Like, this guy was saying negative stuff the entire time, and then the only normal thing he said was, "Do you play D2, Destiny 2?" And then you get a mute. Rifle Gaming. Yeah, I didn't know who Rifle Gaming was. Fancy thumbnails and topical videos equal lots of views. Fancy thumbnails and topical videos. Yeah. .org. But he is not a bad person. You know what I mean? Because he came back and apologized. He wasn't there to mooch or something like that, you know? I thought he was somebody, like some other person trying to promote themselves, but he's not trying to promote himself if he has nearly 1 million subscribers. He was just there being curious. Completely different. I didn't like the fact that he disagreed with my enforcement of my own rules and the language that he initially used. He said when you become a real streamer, you'll have to learn to deal with stuff like that. I didn't like the term real streamer. He didn't mean it negative. You know what I mean? He didn't mean it negative. And then a bunch of people kept saying, "Oh, Rifle's here! Oh my gosh, I love the Rifle's the goat! Rifle's the goat! Rifle." So I thought they were just saying that this other guy is the goat. But if he has nearly 1 million subscribers, I understand why that reaction would occur. You know, it's like a famous person, whether or not they're good. You know. But the way that he handled it was nice, because he apologized, and then he was telling them, "Don't say hi to me, say hi to Gooboberti." He kept on telling him that, you know, because I was reacting to all these people showing up saying, "Hi, Rifle. Please say hi to me, Rifle." You know? "Oh my gosh, I love your stuff." It's somebody else in the chat box. You know? But, you know, so it's not bad. He had no ill intent in the whole thing. Yeah, I think that he was jiving with what I was saying. But see, I think that really had to have occurred. It's actually a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I have to lay down the hammer so that you know I'm serious. Even though I'm not really serious. My character is serious. I'm just playing a character that goes by the rules, okay? And now I'm too deep. Okay, I'm too deep. You understand me? I'm too deep in this darn thing to go back. Let's go back to my camp. Well, see it like this. Imagine you're like a stand-up comedian. I'm not, though. And there's a heckler, and I address the heckler in a interactive manner, you know, vaguely funny or something. And then, but I'm like dismissive of them and kind of putting them down. And then somebody and then Jerry Seinfeld is in the audience. And so, what is the deal with you making fun of people? When you become a real comedian, you'll have to learn how to deal with people like that. And I say, I did deal with them, and that is how I dealt with it. And who the heck are you with your name? Like, if his name was Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, stand-up guy, if that was his name, you know, and it's clearly like a comedian. And then all of a sudden people are saying, oh, Jerry Seinfeld, I love your show. Oh, Jerry Seinfeld is the funniest person on the planet. And you're in my show, and I'm telling jokes. I'm not telling jokes, but you know. You're telling somebody else that they're really funny, or the funniest person in front of me, in my show. Therefore, I have to ban everybody. Ban everybody. Okay, let's go repair my armor and my weapons. And then get ready for the daily op. I'll get ready for the daily op in just a moment. I think I have everything all settled up. Check my ammo first. 1880, 1347, 1156. Good. Good. 134. Let's swap out my armor. Let's go all bolstering. Depending on what the burrow... what is it? Some daily ops like to fly, so the burrows... I don't need to fly in the burrows, so I'll be using my grenade launcher in the burrows. It's going to be very loud, but I have everything. Hey there, Rifle. Hey, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you heard me, but I was saying that you're not a bad person. It was a misunderstanding. I appreciated how you handled the whole thing. You came back, apologized, and that, you know, it was just the entire scenario was kind of bad. You know what I mean? I gave some example about a stand-up comedian, heckler. I say, hey, heckler, hecklers are bad. Man. And then some other comedian in the audience says, hi, I'm a comedian. And you should learn how to be a comedian. Boo. And then half the audience says, hey, is that a comedian I heard of? He's the best comedian in the world. You see? So it's kind of bad. A chain reaction. Boom, boom, boom. But in the end, it's good because I get to explain my perspective on the whole thing. You know? It gave me the opportunity to explain my perspective on gaming and all that garbage. You know? Yeah. But I hope you know, he's back over there right now in the chat box. Person I was talking about. He's back, baby. Yeah. Hello. So I'm about to go do a daily op right now. You know the deal. With my explosive build, sort of. Doing these things I have to do. Yeah. Just know that, Rifle, just know that, you see, I'm so much of a good guy, I'm a monster. I think it's like chaotic good if it was like a role-playing alignment. Chaotic good, where it's really bad, or, you know. So much of a good guy, I will throw a rock at your lower spine if you litter. Hey, stop littering! Kapow with a boulder right in the back. I'll smash your knuckles with a hammer. You know? For chewing with your mouth open. Okay, so we're good to go. Let's just repair the rest of this really quick. You know. So, here we are. Here we are. Do a couple more things here really quick. About to get busy. I only have a couple workshops right now because this is like a shorter gaming session. I played some Call of Duty earlier today. Some zombie action. It's great to move between different games so you could find the line. I think Call of Duty helps me aim and back and forth. Back and forth and back and forth. Okay? I don't think I have any foods on me. I normally like to eat a collection of foods, but we're not doing this for XP. We're doing this for other reasons. I have no normal food, but I do have some pre-war food, and she has some food for me as well. Let me go ahead and smelt my vegetables and some ore to reduce some weight. Yeah. 1,000 spoiled vegetables. The good way. So I'll show you my camp in just a second. It's right behind me. It's a very small camp, but it's surprisingly all filled up with the budget. I used to move around all the time, but now I kind of settled here for a second. My camp is no longer mobile, but I will be rebuilding it again sometime. But it is very basic right now. I like to put all my work into workshops, typically. You know? And my vendor's kind of empty, but I'll show you my prices. Let me show you. Let me show you right now. So, here are my prices. Let me know if you agree with my prices. Okay? I know that some people might complain about these prices, but let me explain to you why these prices are valuable or important. So I'll hide myself for a second. So if you see over here, Asylum Light 8696, Burrow Signs 9416, Cage Bulb Lights 1800, a Condemned Notification Sign for 4000, some Foshnot garbage for a couple thousand here and there, the Hello Sign 12,000, Hello Neon Sign, you know, 14 whatever, a bunch of garbage. 1 second. A bunch of garbage. Symptomatic 14,000, the Gutter 14.7, Tomahawk Plan 12,000, Treasure Hunter Outfit 10,000. Here. Stash Box 4,000, Winter Icicle Lights 12,000. You know? All these things. 2,000 here, 18,000, 1,800 there. 13.6 thousand for my clown, you see. Do you like these prices? Insurgent outfit, 7,400. 9,000 for the red truck ceiling light. 11,000 for the Santa Crash. 8.4, 9.9 for the sitting and standing gorillas. These are the prices, people. I have this small guns bobblehead for 450 and this unarmed bobblehead for 462.1. Got some cosmetics here. These Foshnok masks, 10,000 for the soldier mask, 9.8 for this owl mask. It should be higher though. Goblin mask for 10,000. See, the Jaguar pantsuit for 8 point whatever 6. Nuclear keycard for 3,000. You know. All this stuff. All this stuff. You see? 18,000 for that tulip blue pantsuit. No one's ever going to buy that. But I have one here for 10,000. So compared to the 18,000, the 10,000 looks pretty cheap. And then weapons I usually sell for very low. But good weapons I sell for a lot. I sell good weapons for a lot. Bad weapons I sell for very, very low. But actual good weapons, expensive. Expensive. You see, I give away standard plans. You know? I get plans all the time. Like all this stuff, I just give it away. No big deal. All these plans, I give away all these mods. You see? all these mods over here, unless it's special. Like the Death Claw Gauntlet Extra Claw mod, I want to keep that. That's worth some money. Certain mods are worth more than others. Okay. Give away all my extra ammo. It's a gift to the strangers of the world. .org. Yeah. A gift. And now we're about to rock and roll.
Acquire all junk still.
Yeah. That's true, Jim. True blue. True blue, Jim. In case y'all are wondering on Facebook, it's happening again on YouTube. That thing from yesterday is happening again right now on YouTube. The thing I was just talking about was happening. But it's not bad. It's not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing. But here's my camp. So I had this little greenhouse right here. I had to get rid of all the crops, which is sad. I had some gourd in here. When I have little cat things, stuff, whatever. Bunch of garbage. I have my power unit in here. Got my hangman thing, my vendor. It's really just an external vendor, you know. Got some water right there. Boards, the door, speed bag and weights, and the bed and the thing. I mean, this structure right here is the same basic structure I use at my workshops. You know? And it's all maxed out, which is sad. So sad. You know? So sad. I even got rid of all my turrets. I used to have turrets up here and down there, but I had to get rid of them all. But you know, I put a lot of work into my workshops. And so forth and so on. It all depends on how I have the workshop set up, you know? Okay, don't you know? So here's my workshop conquest map. I'll just show it to you again while I punch the bag here. Okay? Well, I punched that bag. Yeah. Can you see what I'm selling? I just showed. Did you walk away for a second there, Rifle Gaming? I just specifically showed everything I'm selling and my prices. I just showed what I'm selling and all my prices because I know that you'll think that they're too high. But I'll show you again. But here's my workshop conquest map, okay? Really quick. This is available at the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group. Plus, I linked it on my actual page here. But these are the workshops. Yellow, green, orange, red. Based upon difficulty and availability. The par time is how long it should take to retake the workshop or to capture the workshop. Between 1 minute and 4 minutes. If things are sort of ideal. See Mount Blair. Munitions Factory. Red Rocket Mega Stop. Certain locations take longer than others. So, I sort of leave them to the... It's a large footprint, big building, different rooms. Even with Barry Mintas, it takes a while, so there's a par time. Boom. I have it linked together, 1, 2, 3, 4. All this stuff over here. On the map, you can see I have the big P and the small P's. This means that this is Poseidon Power Plant, and these are powered off of Poseidon. Over here, we have the big M and the small M's, and the big T and the small T's. You can see which workshops are powered. Okay? This orange line is my XP farming route. Typically, I go to a bunch of locations. You know? I don't do the Queen. I don't do Earl. Because that's the default, okay? That's the default, alright? Okay? But a good farming route includes, of course, the National Isolated Radio Array, West Tech, Huntersville. I have to sort of revise it. This is sort of before. I need to update this a little bit because I used to go through the tunnel, but this is before one of the last updates. You got White Spring and the DMV. You have Fisher Prime and the Sundew Grove. Over here, you have this whole region from the from the General Steakhouse to the Fisher site to the Sundew Grove, the abandoned Bogtown. Of course, you have the Burrows. and then all the other fisher sites. And then, of course, all the workshops. I also marked where you could find power armor chassis and random fusion cores here and there. My primary method for getting fusion cores is by going down there by Mount Blair and going. There's a bunch of fusion cores, like let's say 4 or something. There's 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. There's 5.5 because there's a chassis and the chassis has a partial fusion core. Right there. If I need more, I take over a power plant in the background to get 3 fusion cores every, 15, 30 minutes? There are 3 power plants. I like to move around if I'm doing that sort of thing, but I don't really have a power armor build right now, so I'm not really farming fusion cores. I can get them if I need them. You know? Lots of goodies. I have all these farming routes for different supplies. Whenever I go make my berry mentats, I go through the Savage Divide here for the firecracker berry and the wild carrot flower right here. My route for the starlight berry and the fire cap and snaptail reed is over here at Slocum Joe's, working down to the intersection, then back up and around, back and forth along the railway tracks, up and down the stream. Goody, goody, goody. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, over here by Tyler County, down to the Black Mountain Ordnance Works, and so forth and so on. You also have the deep for that as well. Over here at the Palace of the Winding Path, you'll have some wild carrot flower and some other goodies. This one symbol here that looks like ketchup and mustard, that's where you can find salt and pepper and spices and other foodstuffs like that. Okay? I marked these locations here and there. These little plus symbols are a nice hotspot for some chems with the Pharma on. And yay. Over here on this side, you have the Reputation Farm. Okay? Reputation Farm. And this lists 22 locations across the map, as indicated by these white squares in this white line. Okay? If you are farming Reputation for the raiders and settlers, you're going to learn a whole lot. You see? Oh boy. You want to get that ally for those plans available from those vendors. You know? So I marked all these spots. See, over here, it's not exactly at the Grove family cabin, but I listed it as that. It's sort of up north. You teleport here, and you run due north, and you'll find a group of robots or something, or some ticks or some garbage in the woods. You defend the raiders or settlers, and they'll give you some reputation. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah. All these locations, you could rinse and repeat and do what you have to do. I just want to show you that for a second, okay? I'll show you my prices again really, really quick, okay? And then I'll be taking a nap and playing some music. So, I'll scroll through it really quick. You're not gonna like my prices. Oh, no, 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 no. Do you believe in prices? And no, you do. 12,000. So the way I work my prices is, I don't like to have anything really over 15,000. Okay? Because then I can't sell really 2 things before I have too much money. And I just rely on the occasional sale. Not selling all the time, just the occasional sell. And someone will buy from me. Not so much near these events. And right now I'm selling a bunch of sort of garbage. So I'm not really selling anything. And plus my vendor has no nice weapons in here. I kind of purged it all. I purged all my flim-flam. So now I'm just selling basically plans and just a couple chems. But they're all very, very, very expensive. You know? Like some cosmetics here and there. Whatever. But I like to price my stuff kind of high because I'm trying to educate other people. Okay? Trying to educate people on prices. You know? It also increases the value of the item, the hypothetical value.
Directive
Some items are better than others, and they're just not acquirable. Like the tomahawk really is game changing, and if you don't get it from me, where are you gonna get it from? Tomahawk's pretty good. Everybody has the throwing knife plan, but oh boy. Oh boy. Now my weapons I sell normally for decent prices, but I'm not selling any right now, you know, so I guess I could sell a couple right now. I could sell... Let's, see, I have garbage right now, so let's just try to sell a couple things. Now, it is important whenever you're selling things, because I really haven't gone through my store recently. I haven't worked on it. I've been doing other things. Normally, I like to keep my vendor completely stocked. I think it's really important to populate all these different categories. You want to have armor, meds, plans, and everything. You want to have as much stuff visible as possible to rip people off, to get people to come to your store. They spend some money, they open up their wallet, they spend more money. That's how it works. Some people are trying to get rid of their money. Like me, whenever I buy stuff, I'm trying to get rid of my money because I'm too close to 30,000. So if I saw a vendor like mine, I would probably buy 1 or 2 plans and get rid of all my money. Normally, I have to go by the NPC vendors to buy a bunch of junk to get rid of my money. Because I've already purchased a bunch of plans from them. Okay? Yeah, so we're about to go do a crazy explosive thing. The reason I'm using the explosives is because enemies are going to be cloaking, so I can't really. It's just shooting in the distance wherever that's blurry. I'll be using my plasma thrower and my grenade launcher. All right. So here we go. Wow, that was pretty extreme hang time. Hey, Tim. The Chosen One. Who'll defeat Master Pain? You mean... Betty? A woman's name? And now, for a joke. What do you call a cross between an owl and a bungee cord? Oh boy. I can't say the bad words. I don't say bad words here, people. This is a clean channel. I might be mean, but I don't say bad words. I'll tell you to go jump off a bridge, but I'm not going to say the actual words. Jump off the bridge into some nice, lovely water. It's beautiful down there. You know? Master Payne's in town! Master Payne's in town! Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're about to go do our thing. In the meantime, please enjoy this high technology in the form of a deepfake voice clone. Here's a listing of things to do in Fallout 76, as read by my deepfake voice clone. My deepfake voice clone. First, here's my deepfake voice clone reading pi to 10,000 decimal places. 3 point. 1 for 159 to 6535897993 to 38 for 6 to 6 for 3383 to 7950 to 88 for 1971693993751 58 to 097 for 9 for 59 to 307816 for 06 to 86 to 089986 to 803 for 8 to 53 for 21170679 8 to 1 for 808651 to 8 to 3066 for 70938. See, wasn't that beautiful? That was pi. Okay? To a bunch of decimals. Okay? So, here is a listing of things to do in Fallout 76 as read by my deepfake voice clone. Aren't you interested how you can make a deepfake voice clone? It's amazing. Either way, here is my deepfake voice clone reading off a list of things to do in the game. Craft legendaries with modules. Sell to NPC vendors. Daily quests. Workshop conquest. Lucky hole mine. Power plants. Farm fusion cores. Public events. XP run. Toxic goo harvest. Rebuild camp. Move camp. Repair armor. Repair weapons. Craft ammo. Lift weights. Sleep. Play music. Stock refrigerators. Stock vendors. Transfer items between characters. Bury Mentat run. Dump caps at vendor if over 20,000. U.S. requisition holotape. Garahan building farm. Reputation root farm. Iron or South Ash heap. Multiply crops at workshop. Purified water at workshop. Tanagra town crickets. Faction dailies. Spend gold. Razorgrain flower farm. Scorch beast farm. Grafton monster farm. Sheepsquatch farm. Convert ammo at the ammo converter. Deathclaw farm. Snalligaster farm. Tarberry farm. Flatwood silt beam. Check keyword status. Nuke Findingo Colossus for a cursed weapon. Sugar Run. Nuka-Cola farm. Concrete. Late at monorail. Abandoned bog town secret floor. Farm mole miners for aluminum. Top of the world aluminum farm. Ski poles. Enclave code piece. Keycard search. Somerville Bookhouse. Watoga High School plastic farm. Chem farm. Enclave events. Wood farm. Dogwood farm. Smelt ore. Smelt spoiled vegetables and fruit. Cook food close to spoiling. Mirelurk egg farm. Mothman egg farm. Nuka-Cola factory farm. Sunshine Well farm. Daily ops. Get a high bounty by picking locks. Lure player to camp with a high bounty to force vendor transactions. Hunt down wanted players. Honey farm. Convert perks into coins. Purchase lunchboxes with gold. Harvest flux from a legitimate nuke. Purchase gold with treasury notes. Purchase gold with caps from Smiley. Stock Nuka-Cola vending machine. Candy bowl and punch bowl. Refine camp and workshop blueprints. Craft legendaries with modules. Sell to NPC vendors. Daily quests. Workshop conquest. Lucky hole mine. Power plants. Farm fusion cores. Public events. XP run. Toxic goo harvest. Rebuild camp. Move camp. Repair armor. Repair weapons. Craft ammo. Lift weights. Sleep. Play music. Stock refrigerators. Stock vendors. Transfer items between characters. Bury Mentat run. Dump caps at vendor if over 20,000. U.S. requisition holotape. Garahan building farm. Reputation root farm. Iron or South Ash heap. Multiply crops at workshop. Purified water at workshop. Tanagra town crickets. Faction dailies. Spend gold. Razorgrain flower farm. Scorch beast farm. Grafton monster farm. Sheepsquatch farm. Convert ammo at the ammo converter. Deathclaw farm. Snalligaster farm. Tarberry farm. Flatwood silt beam. Check keyword status. Nuke Findingo Colossus for a cursed weapon. Sugar Run. Nuka-Cola farm. Concrete. Late at monorail. Abandoned bog town secret floor. Farm mole miners for aluminum. Top of the world aluminum farm. Ski poles. Enclave code piece. Keycard search. Somerville Bookhouse. Watoga High School plastic farm. Chem farm. Enclave events. Wood farm. Dogwood farm. Smelt ore. Smelt spoiled vegetables and fruit. Cook food close to spoiling. Mirelurk egg farm. Mothman egg farm. Nuka-Cola factory farm. Sunshine Well farm. Daily ops. Get a high bounty by picking locks. Lure player to camp with a high bounty to force vendor transactions. Hunt down wanted players. Honey farm. Convert perks into coins. Purchase lunchboxes with gold. Harvest flux from a legitimate nuke. Purchase gold with treasury notes. Purchase gold with caps from Smiley. Stock Nuka-Cola vending machine. Candy bowl and punch bowl. Refine camp and workshop blueprints. Craft legendaries with modules. Sell to NPC vendors. Daily quests. Workshop conquest. Lucky hole mine. Power plants. Farm fusion cores. Public events. XP run. Toxic goo harvest. Rebuild camp. Move camp. Repair armor. Repair weapons. Craft ammo. Lift weights. Sleep. Play music. Stock refrigerators. Stock vendors. Transfer items between characters. Bury Mentat run. Dump caps at... Yeah. Okay, people. So here we are still doing the daily op now. Okay. It'll be fun. I'm really trying to go for that Hellfire rocket. Oh my goodness. Eat a bunch of mac and cheese really quick. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Right now. 3, 2, 1. So the goal is to go as fast as possible, okay? If you're in a team, the first person has to run to the radio and the second person needs to run straight to Alpha to avoid confusion. Don't worry about which one's closer by a couple feet. Do Alpha to avoid all confusion. You hear me, Julian? Do you hear me? So here we are. So we're going to run right down here. And let's skip by everything.
They've lost contact with the uplinks.
Around the outside edge over here.
We'll need them operational if we hope to keep tabs
Jump the pit.
on the enemy.
And go before they hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit. No, he hit me. He hit me. Dang it. Oh no, don't hit me. Don't hit.
Signal repeater
Dang it.
is operational.
You see,
Time to head to the first
you really
uplink.
have to hit that
Watch
thing.
yourself.
That's my biggest fear, is if he hits me off the darn terminal. So I try to get up in there. I try to aim myself.
Stay close by to speed up the process.
Every second matters. Every second matters. They're invisible, I say. They're invisible. But we're okay. We have a second person. It's no big deal. If I'm alone, I need every second. Every single person. That gun was really loud. Why is that gun so loud? Why is that gun so loud? Dang it. The loudness was distracting me. I don't get it. Well, I'm sure my gun's very loud as well, but you know. Oh no! Garbage. Excessive laser damage. This is not a good daily op. Sadly. I'm gonna move straight to Bravo. If I could.
Okay. First signal calibration is complete. We need both for proper connection. Head to the second uplink.
Not a good thing. What? All the way around. Now the server's not responding? Oh well, doesn't matter. Gotta do what you gotta do. I just gotta be a little bit careful with my life. What in the world? Oh no.
Uplink 2 is calibrating.
What?
Keep the area secure while it finishes.
What?
Stay safe, team.
What? It's completed? Oh no. That might be why I died, because the lag or something. Like a bunch of spiky damage. So that's what I'm blaming it on. I'm blaming it on the lag. Spiky, weird damage fluctuations. Due to inconsistent network flimflams. Making me look like a clown. Yay. Yay. Yeah. See, I like daily ops. They're like a true test of your build because they change, and sometimes certain aspects aren't as preferable. You know. Yay. About to run. This guy's too far.
All right, signal's clear as a bell. Looks like
I was about to run, but that guy was outside the range
activity nearby. You take a look.
of the whole thing. Out of my way. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Yeah. Wait, he's too far. He's too far. You have to die. I'm too far now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to die. You have to.
Hostiles are in the area. Fire it well.
Oh boy.
Not sure what that thing is. We need it taken out now.
Golly.
Accomplished, team. These uplinks are invaluable to understanding hostile activity in the region.
Golly.
Till next time, dodge out.
Yay. Yay. Come on, baby. I got the Vault 94 stash box. It's not good enough. Okay. Alright. Cool. Well, that's done. That's all done now. So, let's put back on my other armor pieces. Okay, I'll put on this one and these two. There we go. That's how we handle these things. Or, oh, no. It's these two and these three. That's what I've been doing. So I'm going to start selling some of these items, I guess. The Christmas vendor or something. 11 items. Let's just sell a bunch of garbage for, like... Well, that's garbage. So, Berserker Knuckles. I'll just sell this for, like, hardly anything. And this golf club, I'll sell for hardly anything. It's okay. It's basically free. This exploding short action rifle, I'll sell for 1100. This thing, default. This thing, default. Other armor items, default. It's okay. For the people. It's for the people. And I'll sell some of these mods. So if you have a Deathclaw Gauntlet, right, and you don't have the Makeshift Warrior perk, and you want to give yourself a third claw, all you can really do is get that mod. If you don't want to invest in the crafting, or get yourself the plan, you know. Well, I'll tell you what. Wanna know why I died? My goodness, that's why I died. I didn't have Nerd Rage on. And now there's no other teams available or something? Oh my. So let's go do another rotation around my workshops. Yeah? Right now it's 7:12 p.m. See, all I really had to do was the daily op, okay? All I had to do. What's up there, Chris? Here we go. See, I like to build up a lot of stuff unless we're hanging out for a while.
Would you believe it? I've been looking all over.
I finally caught up to you. See, it'd be nice if there's something else going on. I like to do things for multiple reasons.
As a monthly prize money, your name, likeness, and other personal information may be used for publication without your consent.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful day.
I went and did that daily op without Nerd Rage on. Dang it. Making me look all weak. All weak. You hear me, Jared? Let's just make sure I don't have a super duper on or something. Good. Okay. So I'll be going through to my workshops that I own to collect my goodies. See, I like collecting all this junk. Adds up to that total. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Vampire's Gauss Rifle. Okay. Alrighty. So we're done here. I'll move on down. Well, we have some red rats. I'll go ahead and do what I have to do. Uh-huh. Up and around. Workshops, baby! So, I've been playing that Call of Duty Zombies for the past couple days. Pretty awesome. It's quite the challenge. You know? Whoa, that's a lot of them. This an alien blaster? My pistol, Chris, it's a Crusader pistol. And I have a bunch of perks on to make it stronger, yes. Come on. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're in a hurry.
I just love songs.
See all those AP foods, including sugar bombs? It's good, it's good. It's so good. Okay, let's go back over here to the workshops I already own to clear them out. And that's okay. I still might do a zombie outbreak game tonight. I was doing the other maps earlier. You know? Earlier. I think it's great. I learned a lot. I'm pretty sure I understand most about most of what there is to know about the outbreak maps. And there is a narrative, it's not just zany action. Dimensional disturbances, some Ethereum crystals, some energy. You like the narrative more than the action? You mean? You don't like the action? I noticed that your language was kind of flim-flammy. It had me scratching my head when I read what you wrote there yesterday or earlier today. When you said it got interesting for a few moments near the end there. You know what I mean? And the way I interpreted that was it was boring most of the time, but at the very end, for a second, it was interesting. And I guess my suspicions were correct. You know? Guess my spidey sense was correct.
I just love songs. Don't you?
I guess I should have taken it negative. As intended. Okay, so now we are all good to go. Perhaps. Because I'm not really farming XP right now, you know? Well, I think the entertainment in the zombie normal map mode comes from the fact that it's sort of always a pressure to see are you gonna make it, because you can get hung up, and it's about what you do with the zombies and how you kill them. But it's always sort of stressful. Like the entire thing is a stressful journey, but it's manageable. 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 See, on that one, I successfully was able to get the thing out. Now, it's more entertaining with more people, but I feel like if I did it with more people, I'd be shown the answers right away. And I sort of want to figure it out, you know? It's sort of like a puzzle to figure out what to do at the right time. I mean, they tell you, but it's sort of vague. And it really is supposed to be a mystery to a degree, I think. Like, it's really a puzzle to figure out what doors you open up in what order and what order to get your power-ups, you know? That whole thing.
So many pumpkins to carve. You there. Wait.
Plus, the zombies in Call of Duty really are special. They have that demonic, weird voice about them, you know? And they kind of talk a little bit. Tiny bit, you know? Just the whole thing is pretty cool. But it's probably more entertaining with a group or something.
You hit like a rat roast.
You're so fast. Well, I lost his body. Oh boy. Yeah, but it really is all about those trial computers, I think. I was able to successfully get a couple legendaries from that machine. Fantastic. Okay, get some food in my belly and spam him with the flim flam. Run away! See, there they are. There they are. Was that really big guy at the end of the one map before his traction a legendary zombie monster? Well, there's a bunch of special zombie monsters in there, and they had a couple of them. There was like this guy in a green suit. You kill him, he splits into two zombies. All kinds of stuff. Hey there, cat. How you been? How you doing? Overture, doing stuff. Look at me. I'm a bunny man. I'm a bunny man doing bunny things. If you know what I mean. Bunnyman Mackenzie. They call me Bunnyman Mackenzie. Bunnyman Jones. Anywho. Yeah. Well, Jimmy, the enemy that was Y-shaped above the torso, he eventually split into two. Like he was in the process of splitting. If you saw that he was Y-shaped, he was like, it's a dude named Megaton something, and he's like in a big old hazmat suit. And when you kill him, he splits into two weird enemies. He's also in the other mode as well. Also in the other mode, you know? Yeah. The other mode. Sometimes I like to do a bunch of small streams throughout the day. I mean, a bunch of blippity blip blip streams. See, if I start with Fallout 76, I play it for a very long time. If I do Fallout 76 in the middle of the day or later on, I do it like for you know, like 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. Something. I did what I had to do. Because I feel like it's really like an 8-hour game, and if I don't have the time, I feel like I don't want to do any of that stuff. So. But we did what we had to do. I got the Vault 94 stash box. Yeah. Okay, so we've done good and well things. Amazing things. Amazing.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Thank you for your cooperation.
For your cooperation.
Yeah. Tim, how did you upgrade your VR setup? You said you upgraded your VR setup, Tim? What did you do to it? Huh? Okay. Well, you got the index. Nice, Tim. Do you have like some amazing video card or something? Do you got some amazing video card or something? Yeah. Hop on down here for a moment. Super fun. Oh, 2070 Super. Sweet. Does that support ray tracing? You know, I own Half-Life Alyx, and I've heard that Half-Life Alyx is like the best VR game, but I never gotten around to play it. I feel like I would want to stream that game because I heard it's really, really, really good. And I'm just waiting for things to kind of come together for a different, for a vaguely different setup. I don't like to stream VR unless it's all nice and good, because it's kind of uncomfortable and I feel all alone. It's slightly harder for me to view the chat or for me to make any changes to my streaming setup. If I have to change something or alt-tab or do anything like that or make any sort of correction, I have to like walk all the way across the room to go do it, and it's just nasty.
Welcome back, friend. I am afraid. Excellent.
Do I not have any?
Gracious.
Oh, gracious.
Gracious, you're back already. How wonderful. It takes a while for our automated system to fill the boilers fully, but once they're ready, it doesn't. In any case.
Thank you.
Ooh, please.
Bye. And bye. Well, the Oculus VR headset has a streaming button or go live, but it goes live to your private profile, but not your gaming profile. It should be your gaming profile, then that'd be fine. And it should have built-in chat. It should have all the weird built-in features into the thing to make it nice and easy. And I'm sure it will one day. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. It'll be wonderful. It's almost there. I mean, it is for some people. There's all kinds of systems built into it. Now I don't have to... See, now I'm able to... Well... I still have to work with my software. Either way, I have to work with my Streamlabs software. See, before I had to hook up the cable, but now I don't. If the game's already installed on my headset, I don't have to hook up anything. A game like Half-Life Alyx, I would have to hook up the link cable because it's running off of Steam. It's a Steam VR game, and it'll be running off my computer, so I have the cable. But either way, I'd be displaying the Oculus monitor on my desktop and capturing that with my software. You know, using the stream to desktop or stream to computer website feature, which is great. But I still... all the time I'm looking over here on the other side just to make sure that my stream is running correctly, and I have to adjust things like volume or make sure that the video is centered, sort of. And in VR, there could be a small problem, and I notice it. I'll have to go walk over here, because I do it over there. I have to walk over here, do some stuff, walk over there, look at it. It's just really, really, really annoying. I would want to change my setup to make it a little bit better so that it's all... Or whatever. You know. Whatever. By the way, you know, let's go kill the darn mutant a third time. Hey, catch that, Chris. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Attention. This is the warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Mad Dog Malone is on the loose. This infamous criminal has slipped his leash. I need all armed citizens to surround Grafton Dam and apprehend this felon. Be sure to take him alive. I intend to make an example of him to all the other prisoners. This is the warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Our last prisoner count came up woefully short.
Yeah.
There's been a mass breakout. I'm authorizing prison marshals
So,
Problem in the logistics of caring for live prisoners. Immediate use of lethal force is all right. There seems to be an issue with the Marshal's visual recognition system. No time to fix it now. I must stop those escapees.
I really hate how long that holotape is. I really do, seeing as it just plays automatically. It goes on for way too long. Way too long. It's like a paragraph. Read slowly. But yeah. What would I say the best armor in the game is? I don't work off of best and worst, but Secret Service is pretty good. But the Brotherhood of Steel recon armor is slightly better for ballistic. But you're sort of reliant on the purveyor to get a random piece that meets your criteria, so it's kind of harder to get the best stuff for that because you're relying on random nature to a higher degree. But for the Secret Service, you can get what you want relatively quickly because you're able to craft legendaries. With the upcoming updates, I'm sure we'll be able to craft legendary recon, but right now you can't. You have to use the purveyor to go for a random piece of armor or hope that it'll drop randomly once you get the plan. So it's between those two. As for armor, for power armor, the T65 is the best. The Thorn's armor has higher radiation protection. And the XO1 and the Ultrasight are sort of equal, but the Ultrasight has more ballistic, and the XO1 prototype armor has more energy, and they're equal, vice versa. But the T65 is the best power armor, basically, and the best non-armor is Secret Service because it's better all the way around, better even, you know. Oh, like effects? Like legendary armor? Oh. Well, it depends on your build. So, it all depends on your build. That's why we don't deal with best and worst. Dylan, I'll slap you. And I'll cut your hair and give you a bad haircut. Okay? What's the best armor? Get out of here. Depends on your build, man. Enter the next 3 paragraphs of me speaking. If you are trying to get XP, then unyielding. +1 intelligence, maybe action point refresh speed or weapon weight reduction would be like the best. You know? A full set of unyielding with +1 intelligence and maybe either weapon weight reduction or action point refresh speed. You know? If you're a bloodied build, but you don't care about... So if you're a bloodied, non-melee build, bolstering might be better. Like, so if you're a bloodied, non-melee build, and you don't care about XP, then bolstering is better. You see? There's all kinds of conditional things. But if you are a bloodied melee build, unyielding is the best because it gives you more strength. So in that case, it'd be unyielding, +1 strength, and then some other effect like action point refresh speed. You know? Oh boy. And then there's, you know, Vanguard. Gives you more defense to higher your life. If you want to be really, really tanky, you got the Vanguard stuff. The best build for a sniper and snake, well, it's really complicated, but you want to make sure you have a bunch of key perks. It's not like a build per se, but you want to look out for certain things. Yes, so if you're a sniper, so you want to make sure that you have Escape Artist. Escape Artist makes you turn invisible every time that you crouch. It's really effective. If you have higher agility, you have higher sneak. You don't got to worry about it in that aspect. Covert Operative gives you more sneak attack damage. There's Mr. Sandman, which I don't have on me right now. Or whatever. 1 second. So there's 1 second. Yeah. Mr. Sandman gives you more sneak attack damage at nighttime. Okay. At nighttime, if you wanted that. Then you have the perks under perception. If you're a rifle, if you're a sniper person, you're going to want tank killer under perception. You know, tank killer under perception, which gives you a chance to you ignore armor and you stagger. And then you have tormentor that does that gives you a higher chance to cripple a limb under luck. And if you're using VATS, concentrated fire is pretty important, you know, because you can get their headshot right away. It's pretty easy. It doesn't really matter. It's sort of a waste if you're not using that, you know. Basically, you only need a few essential perks. Everything else is up to you. It's all up to you. But you need some essential perks. Everything else ain't necessary. You know, if you want to do more damage with your weapon, you can go a couple routes. You can be junkied, but that requires having a bunch of different addictions, which gives you negative stats and everything. You know, and that'll give you, what, 50% more damage? You have Nocturnal, that also gives you that same amount, but only at nighttime, so that kind of stacks up there. Then you have Instigating, which is really good. So Instigating is pretty good for a sniper, you know, because you do double damage. The Instigating is really good for a sniper with limb damage, perhaps, right? So Instigating or Bloodied. If you're Instigating, it doesn't matter, but if you're Bloodied, then you might want to be... it doesn't really matter. You just have to have your life very low, you know? So it's a complicated thing. And if your life is low, you want to have Nerd Rage and Serendipity, but if your life ain't low, if you're not a Bloodied build, if you're Instigating, it doesn't matter how much life you have. You know, you don't do more damage by having your life lower. Unless you have the Adrenaline perk. So, sorry, the Adrenal Reaction perk. So if you want to do the most damage ever, whatever, then you kind of have to be Bloodied, because Adrenal Reaction gives all of your weapons more damage. All of your weapons. It doesn't matter what you're using. You become like a automatic Bloodied without having a Bloodied weapon. So there's a wide selection of perks. Just yeah, you know. Do you hear me, Dylan? Or should I punch you right in the throat? Okay, well, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving the stream now, and I'll be back. Due to your lurking. You lurk, I leave. I'll be back in a bit. Okay? You lurk, I leave. Yeah. You lurk, I leave. Hey there, Jimmy. Thank you. I'm still leaving. Because I did the thing I had to do.
Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And I got my things.
Thank you.
And we're done now. Okay? But thank you for your generosity, Jimmy! Well, I'll be back in a little bit with a different game. Okay? I'm done here. We're all done. I'm all done. I'm not all done, but... So, as Jimmy posted earlier in the Gooboberti Collective Facebook group, the Settlers pack is available now in the Atomic Shop. Sorry, yeah. Before, this was a pack that you had to purchase for money. I bought this, and I bought the Raiders pack. I use this backpack on occasion. This minecart planter is nice. I use this Raider Pathfinder mask all the time when I'm not wearing a bunny hat. Over here, this garden truck bed trailer is nice. Otherwise, the only way to have a blueprintable crop is to by using the farmable tires from the, or the farmable tiles from the settlers. You know? So the planter things are pretty cool. This chest right here, I like it. Sort of has like a multimeter on there, or a crimper, a wrench, and so forth. Got some wires on the shoulders. Pretty cool looking. So I like to have skins that serve a role in terms of like how they're designed. I think I might be using these armed for my my unarmed punching. This one or something else, but see, it looks like it's all jagged and nasty. You know? I like to have themed things. Sports bundle, baby. Ugh, I got that horrible weapon. This Stanley Grodnak axe is so ugly. It's a Stanley Cup. Maybe if you had a hockey theme going on, but whatever. The Wiffle Bat's pretty cool. It makes a sound. Pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna buy a new mouse. Or maybe. Or a mouse pad. I think I'll start off with the mouse pad. I just feel like there's embedded grime or something. I feel like there's something horribly infused, like horribly infused into my mouse pad to a point where I feel mild resistance every so often. It drives me crazy. I'm going smooth and I feel like mild resistance here and there, here and there. The bottom of my mouse has these little feet, and the feet are kind of crinkly over here. Like these stickers. I could probably buy more of these stickers. Whatever these are. This feels rough. Heck. I hate it so much. Alright, well, I'll be back in a bit, okay? So, goodbye. Be back with some zombie action for a bit. I will be starting tomorrow morning with Fallout 76, okay? I just had to drop on in. Do my thing. Didn't get what I wanted, but that's okay. Goodbye.